position for the summer. Unfortunately, I did have to quit when school started, or shortly after school started, because I was stressed in the weight of realizing that I would not have a single day off until winter break really settled in. And honestly, thinking about it now, I'm even happier that I quit, because I think I would be failing every class that I'm taking. Anyway, I am also the president for the Resident Hall Association, aka RHA. I have been working with RHA this is my second year working for RHA. Last year I had the opportunity to be the National Communications Coordinator, which entailed I kept in contact with other NCCs from other universities, both regionally and nationally, and I had voting rights I represented my school and this school's housing on a regional national level, and I would go to conferences and do boardrooms and such. This year I am the president of the Residence Hall Association on our campus, so this means that I am facilitating meetings and making sure that everything is running as it probably should. Yeah, so I've had an increase of office hours for this position, so I've been a lot busier. So I'm loving it, though, to be so honest. I'm going to talk about the classes I'm taking, I suppose, because I think that's interesting. This term, I am taking a career readiness course that is fully online in 2 credits. Typically a class is 4, so this is like half of what a class normally is, essentially. But it is really interesting and really fun because I am getting to learn things that I didn't, I would think about, but I don't think I would really put much attention onto this at this part in my life while still in college. But I think it's good to start to look at the job market before I graduate, so it's really fun to be able to see that going on. And then I have 3 other classes, which are all hybrid, meaning we meet once a week instead of twice or 3 times. So it's half online and half we meet in class, and all my classes are on Wednesday. How exciting. And I'm taking creating student media, and for this term we are writing a news piece, and I think we have to get it published. God help me if I do, or I'm hoping I misunderstand that part of it. Other than that, I actually have a couple of my textbooks here. Guess ignore that even happened. So next up, I'm taking nonverbal communication. And here's the textbook. Nonverbal communication has been probably my favorite class so far this term. I'm learning a lot than I thought I would, honestly. I went into this being like, yeah, nonverbal communication, duh. But I don't think I really consciously thought about the fact that things such as your scent and appearance can communicate things to other people. It feels obvious, but you don't think about it all the way all the time. So here's my book. I was able to not have to buy it because I was able to request it through the library and have it delivered. So I have it for the term. I really like gripping sounds. this next segment, I will talk about my 2 weekends at the farmer's market. I went this last weekend on a Saturday, and I went the Saturday before. I went with some good friends. Shout out to Devin and Devin's roommates and friends over there. I have a really good friend, Devin, who lives across the hall. So if you open my door, Devin's door is right there. Makes it really convenient to just go over whenever I want. Shout out Devin, and Lily, and Happy, and Caesar. I'm name dropping everyone, as well as Kat and Mario. Everyone over there is really, really cool. And if I forgot someone, it's gonna be really sad. But on that Saturday, I went with, I believe, Lily, Devin, Caesar, and Abby. Yep. Kat and Mario could not make it because they had other things going on that day. But that was really fun because I bought a couple things using my food stamps, which, debatable on if I really should have made the conscious decision to do that. But now I have it. The first thing I bought was not with my food stamps. I got sucked into taste testing a salsa. And something to know about me is that I really, really love spicy food, and it was a really spicy salsa that's really, really good. And it was $7, so I bought it naturally. And then the next thing that drew me in was a apple habanero jelly that this lady made. Amazing. It was packaged so beautifully. I might have to whip it out at some point to show you all. If I get one comment telling me to actually show what I bought at the farmer's market, I'll do it. But I had some of that on a sandwich today. It was also phenomenal. And that was $7.50. I got it on a deal, so I got that with my food stamps, and then I got sucked into a hot sauce vendor. I didn't go with the anticipation to buy the hot sauce, but after trying it, I fear it was the best hot sauce I actually have ever had. So I bought all 3 flavors of what they had in a pack. So, hey, better value. So, excuse me, I'm tired. I bought all of that, and it ended up being like $30-something. And what's really nice is when you buy stuff with your food stamps at the farmer's market, they give you produce vouchers back, so you can go anywhere at the farmer's market that has produce and essentially trade these vouchers for the produce. So actually it's like kind of a really good deal, because for the price that I bought the stuff, I'm also technically getting a bunch of produce that I would otherwise be buying at the store. And something to know about me is I love produce. I love lettuce and vegetables, and I'm not a big fruit fan, but I've recently found out I really, really like Asian pears. Addicted. So I got a lot of produce, and then I came back and my roommate was like, I want to go. So then the next week we went, and so this last Saturday I went with my roommate, Mary, and another one of my friends. And so we went back, and I bought insert a picture of my food slash raviolis once I made it. But I guess I made that last night. But the 6 of them were $20, and I didn't know if I really wanted to spend that. After much thought, though, I knew I would get vouchers back for produce, so I was like, actually, it's kind of a really good deal because I get $20 back in vouchers. So I ended up getting a lot more produce because of this really cool guy, and I went and helped me spend the rest of my $16 in produce vouchers, and he stacked me up. He said, "You said the right thing," and he piled produce. I had to actually send my friends home with produce because it wouldn't fit in the fridge. We had no room, and I didn't want to waste it, so my friends got produce. But that was really, really cool. Picture again. Yeah, so last night I made my friend Devin 3 each of the ravioli, which I found out is too much. It really sounds weird to think that 2 raviolis is too much, or 3. 3 is too much. 2 would be much better. I would have even been fine with 1, to be honest. It's a lot. And I made some roasted vegetables. I made potatoes and onions. Potatoes, onions, and something. What did I make? Well, regardless of that, I guess, now I'm really confused as to what the other thing was. Okay, well, the picture has it, so whatever was in the picture. But, and then I had a salad sponsored by Trader Joe's, because my favorite salad right now includes the herb mix from Trader Joe's. It's got like red leaf and spinach and stuff, but it also has cilantro and dill and parsley, I think. And so I don't know, it adds a little pizzazz. I also put onions, tomatoes, lemon stuffed olives from Trader Joe's. Persian cucumbers. I really like those. Sometimes hard-boiled egg, but I didn't make any. Blue cheese crumbles, and then the Trader Joe's cilantro dressing. If it sounds like a very fermented salad, it's because it is. But I really, really enjoyed it, and I think that and the potatoes balanced out the richness of the ricotta from the ravioli. So I'm also now on a ravioli kick because I went to the store and bought more ravioli today. Not as big and fancy as the ones I bought, but hey, whatever works. So I'll be making that for dinner tomorrow. But yeah, that was my dinner and my weekend at the farmer's market. Oh, that's the other thing. I bought one more thing at the farmer's market besides that and all the produce. I got sucked into buy these wax cubes for my wax warmer wax melts. So I went to go smell and I didn't really, actually I wasn't even gonna go over there. My friends wanted to go look. So I also looked, and then I of course ended up buying stuff because I actually have a wax melter and it smelled amazing. So we have, it's natural beeswax wax melts. And so the way that she was talking about it is that the scents last longer in the wax melts, like they stay a while. And that's all natural and ABCDEFG thing. I don't know. And I was was like, you sold me because it smells amazing. I also really liked that like all of her products were out, and then you could see the honeybees pretty much scattered across all the product because they could smell the beeswax. So product placement, and the bees were really helping sell. So I got oak moss and amber scent. Oak moss and amber. And then the other one I got was I'm gonna butcher this. Nag Champa. Focus. Yeah, this one smells like, at first I was like, I couldn't figure out how to place what it smelled like, but then I figured it out. If you go into any sort of store with incense, that's what it smells like, is those stores, like everything combined. Typically like crystal shops and other like witchy type places. I really like going there always because it smells really nice. And so, of course, I got one that, yeah. Well, anyway, that's all I have to talk about for now. We're at 21 minutes. So thank you for hanging around, and I will see you in the next video. If anyone has any video suggestions, if you've stayed this long, if you have any video suggestions, drop it in the comments. Anything that you might want to ask me about. Honestly, if I get enough questions, I might do a Q&A